Welcome to my quick and unpolished tutorial on how to incorporate Google Meets into your instruction with the unique advantages of creating breakout rooms, or what I call mini meets, in such a way that the teacher can monitor all groups at the same time. There will be links to a few different extensions you'll need to get for Chrome to help you take full advantage of this. The first thing I do is I go to my calendar and create the meet from there. So for example, let's pretend I want to create a Google Meet for tomorrow. Okay, so I'll go to tomorrow and let's choose a time. Let's pretend it's 5 p.m. is going to be my meet. Okay, and I got to be sure I have the right account. There we go. I have my Hunter SOE account open. So I'll go to October 29th. Let's say the seminar starts at 5. Okay, and I set the time, let's say 5 to 7. I'm going to add video conferencing. I'll go to Google Meet. Okay, then I'll add my guests, which are my students. And basically what you can do is just copy and paste from a spreadsheet your students' email addresses right in here. And then you click on save. I'll just put in one of my Gmail addresses. When you click on save, you'll have the option of sending them an invite via email, which I highly recommend. And that way you don't have to send the email yourself. It just sends the email invite automatically with the link to the Google Meet. And if someone has an email address outside Hunter or your institution, you can click invite external guests, so you're sure that they get the seminar invite. So now you're all set up for the meeting, and you'll go to your Gmail, or you can go straight to your calendar. Any student that has a Gmail account has an attached Google Calendar, and they can go to that calendar and find the invitation, and they can accept it. And when they accept it, then they don't have to ask for permission when they join the meet. So that's an important security factor. Now let's say I know I'm going to have 3 breakout rooms, or as I like to call mini meets. So to set that up, you just go to the side, double click, and create another meet on the calendar. Let's say we're going to start that at 5:30, and these breakout rooms will go to 6 o'clock, these mini meets. So here I designate this as mini meet 1, and be sure to add Google Meet. Okay, you don't have to add guests. However, if you're a high school and middle school teacher, you probably want to put the email addresses of the students that will be in that particular room. Again, that helps enhance security, and tell them that they're required to click on accept. Okay, but if you're teaching grad students and people crashing your meets are not an issue, then you don't have to add anyone there. So I have it set up, mini meet 1, 5:30 to 6. I already have Google Meet set up, and I just click on save. And I'll do this 2 more times. Same routine, save it. the same length. Okay. Double click and number 3 at Google Meet and just click on save. All right, so there you see the calendar with meets 1, 2, and 3. All right, next, you want to create a way so the students can easily access the mini meet. And what I do is I create a shared document, a Google Doc, that all my students have access to. So, for example, again, if you have multiple Gmail accounts, it's a good idea to sign out of all Gmail accounts, all Google accounts if you have more than one when you start this process. But here's from my last class. As you can see, I set this up. This was an Atlas discussion, but I include a main meet link, okay, which so they know where to go back to when they're through with their breakout room or mini meet. And then I have the meeting rooms set up here, and these are the links to those individual rooms right here. So the students go, they find their name, they click on this, that will open the meet in for them in another tab. Then they're told to close the main meet tab so there's no audio crossover. That's annoying when you can hear all the other groups. All they have to do is close the main meet tab. And then when it's time to go back at the designated regrouping time, they just go up here and click on the main meet link, and that takes them back to the main room. Now, where do we get these addresses for the mini meets we created? It's very simple. You go back to your calendar, click once, you'll see this. When you point to join with Google Meet, you'll see the little copy icon. All you do is click on that, and that creates a copy of the link. Then you go back to your shared document and you paste it in. Let's pretend we're going to do that. Again, if you can right click and click on paste, or do Control V to paste, hit the space bar once after, and it creates the link. So that is how you share the location of those mini meets. Now, a big issue is with Google, with any video conferencing, especially if you're a high school, middle school, elementary school teacher, is that how do you view the breakout rooms to monitor your students? Well, what you can do is you can bounce between windows or bounce between tabs back and forth. However, Google Meets presents a unique opportunity that Zoom and the others don't, in that is it's integrated into Chrome. So what you can do is you can open these meets in separate windows. So a Google window is like a whole, almost like a separate browser. It's not just a tab within the original Google window. And to do that, you simply right click, and then let me see if I can do this in a way where that doesn't come up. So you simply right click on the Meet link. Actually, do it to the left side. There we go. And then if you right click again a second time, you choose Open in New Window right there. And that will spawn the meet in a separate window. And then, of course, what you'll do is you'll minimize that window because you want to arrange your three meets on your screen so you have room, 3 or 4 meets. You'll see you'll have them tiled as you open these meets. Another way you can do this is if you right click, you could just click on copy link URL, and then you could go up to the top and click on File, New Window, probably just as fast. Right click and paste that address there. You can do it that way. And then minimize again and reshape the breakout room window thusly. Okay, so then you'll see the mini meets going on at the same time. Now you'll need one extension, and that is a mute tab extension where you click. I already have it installed. It's super easy to get. You just click on mute tab. You just Google mute tab extension, and it'll install. It'll take you to the Google site. Let me show you that. This is for Chrome. Again, you got to use Chrome. You can't use other browsers. Mute tab, Chrome Web Store. It's free, okay? And since you click on Add to Chrome, and then you would have an icon, something like this. Well, you would just pin it there. So then you could mute, because this will kill the conversation, the cross Windows audio, which can be maddening if everyone can hear everyone else. So let's go back. So then you would use that mute tab option here. You would click on it, and the little M would appear, and then again it would mute the audio for all of these. Again, it's important to remind the students to close the main tab window. I hang out. I keep the main tab open, so if there's a question for me, they can jump back to the main tab and ask me a question, and then jump back to their Google Meet. So now they're all muted. So as I want to listen, I just unmute the meeting that I want to listen to. When I'm ready to jump to the other, I mute the audio of that, and I go to the meet that I want to check in on, and I unmute the audio. And so there you have it. And I will include pertinent links at the bottom of this YouTube video with links for extensions. There's also little extensions you can add where students can raise their hand or give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. There's also a grid view where you can have an unlimited number of individual participants displayed on your screen in the little boxes, like Hollywood Squares. I don't know if you remember, old enough to remember that show. And that's it. Feel free to drop me an email with a question. I'll have it there also on the YouTube video. And, as you know, things are very fluid. There's all kinds of updates happening. So if there's anything you want to share that you found out, even what I've told you in this tutorial, some parts might already be obsolete, I'm not sure. One person says you can actually right-click on a tab and you can choose, if you right-click on a tab, it's possible to mute it. Let's see here. Yeah, it says mute site. That might work in lieu of that extension I told you. Okay, That's it for now. Hope to hear from you. Thanks.